Hi, I'm Bill Hobbs with Urban Youth Impact. When you're walking down the street and you see an inner city kid, what do you see? And what do you think? We sense God calling us to establish a ministry that would reach out on a holistic perspective to our urban poor community in West Palm Beach. Urban Youth Impact was started in 1997 by the grace of God.
Welcome to our world. That's how we do it. Dream big.
Imagine I can have confidence in my ability.
Thank you for giving me vision.
Kids playing after school at Urban Youth Impact in West Palm Beach. More than 100 students spend their afternoon there doing homework and being mentored.
I started working as a volunteer back in 1998 in the Tamron Avenue community. And God began to move on my heart as I developed relationships and saw the brokenness, saw the despair, and just the kind of the lives that these kids were living.
Would you please welcome to the stage our new president and CEO of Urban Youth Impact, Chris Tress.
As we look forward to the future, the foundation that Urban Youth was founded is in Christ and Christ alone.
More than 500 people that have shown up here to Urban Youth Impact in West Palm Beach. This includes men and women from the neighborhoods plagued with crime, gathering in this prayer room at Urban Youth Impact.
These kids need people to rally around them, to believe in them, to walk with them, because they have it. They just need love.
This is the sound of kids on a mission. They're all here to pick up trash in their own West Palm Beach neighborhood.
As we continue to carry forward the legacy that's been laid down, the foundation.
I really do owe a lot of who I am to this day to Urban Youth because they have been in my life.
We are going to love, equip, and empower and ask God to help us do it better than we have ever done it.
Hello, I'm Bill Hobbs, founder of Urban Youth Impact. Welcome to our first virtual Impact event. We're so glad you're here with us. Let me begin by saying on behalf of our leadership team and staff, we hope and pray you're safe, healthy, and discovering new ways to be with your family and friends. We hope tonight is one of those times. We have an exciting and informative program planned for you. These are unprecedented times for Urban Youth Impact. In our 23-year history, we've never faced such challenges. Tonight, we want to show you the life-changing impact UI is making despite the current pandemic. We're still fulfilling our mission to love, equip, and empower inner city youth to fulfill their God-given purpose with new, innovative methods. There'll be opportunities for you and others to support our ministry. We invite each of you to partner with us in this amazing, life-changing work. For those of you joining us for the first time, welcome to the UI family. We open this program with a brief look back at how God has been actively involved in our ministry all these years. Hence tonight's theme, Once Upon a Time. Now as we move into a new chapter, we'd like to take a moment and highlight what God is doing through Urban Youth Impact in our community. We ask you to consider partnering with us and dreaming big for the future. Will you help us write the rest of the story?
Seeing kids find out for the first time that they have something inside of them that they didn't know was there is really one of the biggest things that we've gotten to see here.
The Leadership Academy is the reason that I come to work every day. It's a K-8 program where our focus is on the Lord, literacy, and leadership. Literacy is a huge part of what we do. We really believe that all children should be able to read on grade level.
You can teach yourself how to do anything if you can read. It changes everything for them. It changes everything at school. It changes with how they feel about themselves, what their confidence is. It gives them the confidence to really want to try things that they think that they can't do.
When we equip our kids, we realize they need to grow as a whole person. And that means they need to grow physically, mentally, socially, and spiritually.
The SMART program is really a key part of that. When you're participating in arts programming or science programming, you are getting to use both parts of your brain. We have programming in violin, piano, science, ballet, coding, cooking, art of baking, drumming, hip-hop dance, and drawing. Quite an array of options for our children.
Reframe is our year-round job and life skill training program, looking at our high school graduates and seeing that they weren't able to acquire jobs or didn't know, how to answer basic interview questions. We created this program so that they could learn those basic skills here.
Urban Youth just allows you to just open up, not feel bad about whatever's on your mind, because it's like we're all family.
The foundation Bill Hobbs has laid allows our new vision to reach more children. We want to be in every single pocket in Palm Beach County where there is at-risk children.
I wanted to create an environment where they weren't coming out of school and going to school again. I wanted to provide an environment of expression. As we started diving into the arts and into the cooking, the kids light up and express themselves.
We engage with the kids. We meet on a Friday from around 5:30 to 7:30, which, if we're being realistic, really looks like almost 9 because they don't want to go home. A lot of that has to do because of the relationship that we've built with them and how intentional we are about building those relationships.
And it just gives us a tremendous opportunity in that very short window that we have to just see how they're doing and actually maybe even change their day. If they're having a bad day, we can see that, and we have the opportunity to just pour some love into their lives right from the beginning. It's awesome.
Love is our foundation in building trusting relationships at Urban Youth Impact. This softens the children's hearts to be equipped and empowered in new ways by our team leaders. And as these children mature and change, they in turn want to love others the same way that they have been loved.
And that just changes your heart. You just become a different person when you know that you're cared about and that you're loved. Every child, doesn't matter race, religion, creed, whatever.
They want us to live our life to the fullest. They always believe in us, and they want us to keep trying and never give up in life.
Usually I'm always surrounded by negative vibes and negative people at school, and when I can just come here, I could just relax, be myself, and not feel judged or anything, and that just really helps me just open up.
It's been neat to see them actually utilize every part of their being.
I want them one day to just say, wow, look what God did for me.
It really inspired me to do my best and always believe in myself and push myself to the fullest.
We believe in you. God has a purpose. Go for it.
What's up? I'm Proverb Newsom. Welcome to the Dream Center. Well, in contrast to the very busy classrooms that you just saw in the mission video, there's not much happening on our campus these days. COVID-19 has forced us to think differently and get creative. Even though there's not students meeting on our campus these days, our ministry impact has never skipped a beat. I'm proud to tell you that we've taken all of our courses, all of our classes, all of our engagement online. That's right, we've gone virtual. TLA, Reframe, Smart, they're all online. Our team leaders continue to engage our students through Google Classroom. There's homework and tutoring help, meaningful conversations about God, virtual field trips, and Zoom-in speakers. In our missions department, we've also continued services to all of our sites: Twin Lakes, Sullivan Park, and Stony Brook. Outreach continues through our curbside ministry. Also been able to partner with great organizations like Chick-fil-A and churches like Palm Beach Gardens Christ Fellowship to bring our families meals, gift bags, and other supplies that they may need. So don't let these empty halls fool you. We've been able to continue to love, equip, and empower our inner city youth to fulfill their God-given purpose. Now that you've heard me say this, let's take a look at how it actually plays out.
Does anybody know what fish use to breathe underwater? It starts with a G.
Dylan, go ahead.
Gills. Yeah, very good. They use gills to breathe underwater. do you and I have gills? But can anybody tell me, how long can you guys hold your breath for?
I would say 10 minutes.
10 minutes? That's impressive. I can only hold mine for a couple of minutes.
Addie, how long can you hold yours for?
Like 40 seconds.
Yeah, so 40 seconds? And that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, because Jesus, you know, he knew what was going to be on the other side of the cross. He knew that resurrection, new life, people were going to be forgiven, people were going to be made right with God, but it didn't change the fact that going through it was still difficult.
So you just come up here, you can Genesis 1, and it literally pulls up like all of Genesis 1.
For me, I would have to say, if you don't want corona, then wash your hands and pray. That's all you can really do.
Oh, all right, that's the first one I got right. I have about like 4 Chick-fil-A, full meal things that I need to give away, and Angela just won her first one.
My name is Reginald Blake. I've attended Urban Youth Impact for 6 years now, and one way that Urban Youth has really helped me is that when I was younger, I used to bang on stuff a lot, and I'd bang on things, and sometimes I'd hit other people. I joined a drumming class from Urban Youth Impact, and it really helped me focus my energy, and once I did that, I stopped hitting things. It really helped me a lot, and now I want to be a music artist. I've already started my music career. I have the YouTube channel where I make beats. I have no one to thank for it but Urban Youth Impact. Thanks Urban Youth for helping me find myself and what I want to be. I really can't, there's no words that will explain how much I would thank Urban Youth for helping me.
Hi, my name is Nancy, and I'm the Reframe Program Manager here at Urban Youth Impact. And I have one of my students, Miracle, with me this evening to share how Reframe has impacted her life and how she's enjoyed the program.
Thank you, Miss Nancy. Good evening, everyone. It is an honor to be here tonight to share a little bit about myself and how the Reframe program at Urban Youth Impact has impacted my life. Reframe is a program that teaches kids my age about necessary job and life skills needed to be successful and make wise decisions. While in Reframe, we, the students, get the opportunity to put those skills to practice as we're placed into various paid internships throughout the year. For example, I am currently an intern as a classroom assistant in the Leadership Academy, which is an after-school program. There, I work with kids and enjoy it very much. I believe this internship placement, as well as the Reframe program as a whole, is preparing me for the next chapter of my life. And like myself, every student will eventually have to leave Urban Youth Impact and begin their next chapter.
As you've heard throughout the evening, due to COVID-19, we have had to change how we do programming. We currently transitioned to a virtual platform. And Miracle, could you share how that process has been for you?
Yes, of course. Reframe virtually so far has been amazing. It's been the same in the sense that we still meet once a week live and have guest speakers where we can still ask questions and interact as if we were in person. An added bonus is we are all enrolled into Google Classroom where we can watch more videos about professionals in their fields, as well as assignments to assist us educationally.
Thank you so much for sharing, Miracle. It's been a joy having you in program and watching you grow into the young lady you are today. And for those out there listening, if you enjoyed what you've heard as well, please consider giving to Urban Youth Impact tonight.
My name is Michelle Rasmussen, and I'm the Director of Academic Services here at Urban Youth Impact. I am so glad that you just got the opportunity to hear from Miracle. I worked alongside her this summer in our summer camp, and she's ambitious, hardworking, and just has a great attitude. She would even come in on her lunch breaks to ask me if there's anything she could do for me or for our kids to serve us well. Miss Nancy, thank you so much for your dedication and for coming alongside Miracle to raise her up. I've been with Urban Youth Impact for nearly 8 years. This is a ministry where we really challenge our kids by loving, equipping, and empowering them to be everything God has called them to be. And tonight, you get to help us write the rest of that story. I have the opportunity of serving as a frontline staff member, but also as a member of the executive team. So I'm able to hear a lot. I hear things from parents and students, from staff, to the executive team, to even board members. And in all that I hear, I can say wholeheartedly that I love this organization and believe in Urban Youth Impact. I believe in the direction of leadership and the prayerful consideration of decisions that are made. I believe in the hearts of our staff who truly love our kids unconditionally. I believe in our investment that we've made in our families and in our kids throughout the years. And so it is my hope and my prayer that you too will believe in those things and that you will give generously tonight. If you feel led to do so, then I ask you to text IMPACT20 to 76278. That's IMPACT20 to 76278. And now we've got a message from some partners who also believe in the life-changing work that we're doing here at Urban Youth Impact.
You know, I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of organizations in town, and I try to be very choosy about those that I really dive into. I really want to have a very high level of comfort with who the organization is, who the people are that are behind the scenes, and how they operate. And like UII, I take my reputation and my integrity seriously, and so I want to join with an organization that does the same thing, and that's UII.
There's a couple different functions that as a business owner I love about the partnership with Urban Youth. I get to bring my people to be a part of what Urban Youth does. And so I promise development, holistic development of the people that work for me. And so they get leadership, they get a lot of just the daily interaction with guests that develop them. But there's a part of that we can't touch in the business world that is serving your community with no thanks involved. And when my people grow that way, my business grows as a result.
And I think for any corporation that really wants to be community-oriented, where wouldn't you want to be more community-oriented but with helping our youth of today?
They're coming to an after-school program where it's not just about the literacy and about increasing their reading levels, but just I can see it in their spirits, that how they grow up and how they just mature in such a great way. And I just love all the different facets that are going on with Urban Youth.
If you are a business and you're interested in directly impacting the people of our community, right here in West Palm, a segment of West Palm that most people don't know about or certainly don't ever venture into, there's no better opportunity than UII. And it's especially rewarding to me to be a part of something that so directly impacts our local community.
Companies want to give back, and they're always looking for worthy causes, and I think this is just an amazing one that they can get plugged into with their staff, with their employees, and really encourage companies to take a look at Urban Youth and really look at all the capabilities and everything that's going on here.
My name's Jimmy Scroggins, and I'm the lead pastor of Family Church here in South Florida. Our church and my personal family partners with Urban Youth Impact, and I think that you should consider doing that too, and here's why. The mission of Urban Youth Impact is to love, equip, and empower inner city youth to fulfill their God-given purpose. How do they do that? Urban Youth does it through programs that teach students about the Lord, about literacy, about leadership, and about life skills. Even during the Corona apocalypse, Urban Youth Impact is making a difference for students and families. They are reaching young people that nobody else has been able to reach, and that's why at our church and at my house, we are passionate about supporting Urban Youth. I hope you will get involved as God gives you opportunity. I recommend it. They've got integrity, they've got a plan, they've got a strategy, they've been around for a long time. Their leadership is excellent. So get involved. Let's do everything we can to support this incredible ministry in our city.
Hey, my name is Rodney Wilkinson. I get to serve as the lead pastor at Gospel Fellowship in Boynton Beach, and I have been partnering as a church with Urban Youth Impact for about 6 years now. So thankful for their mission to love, equip, and empower inner city youth to fulfill God's given purposes. And so I'm just thankful, man, for all the work of engaging young people in the city of Boynton, sharing the gospel, providing needs, being salt and light to our community. And I look forward to continued years of partnership and impacting our city for God's glory and our good. So thank you.
Hello, I'm Joyce Meyer, and my husband Dave and I have been a friend of Bill Hobbs, and we have supported his ministry for over 20 years. And I really believe in what he's doing. And I want to thank you for joining his virtual event. And I want to encourage you to support the work that Bill is doing. You know, he's helping young kids, and our children are our future. And there's nobody that's better to make an investment in than children and youths. So thank you for everything that you do. God bless you.
Hi everyone, I'm Todd Mullins, Senior Pastor of Christ Fellowship Church, and I want to ask you to join me in partnering with Urban Youth Impact. No one is making the kind of difference that they are making in our community, equipping and empowering the inner city youth to fulfill their God-given purpose. And now more than ever, they need our encouragement, our support, and our partnership so they can continue to have the impact that they're having. Jesus said, whatever you've done for the least of these, you've done for me. So let's do this for the kids, and let's do this for Jesus. God bless.
Family for me when I was younger would mean dysfunction, just because my household was very chaotic. But as I've grown up, it has turned more into, this is a place where my children should feel loved and encouraged to be the best that they can be. It's really important to me to be in my kids' lives. I will read with my kids. I spend time every morning telling them how much I love them because I want them to wake up knowing how much they're loved, and I want them to go to bed knowing how much they're loved. In my younger years, what my household was dysfunctional. My older brothers were banging. They were gangsters. My sisters were having children and still wanting to be teenagers. My mom is working all the time, so it's just dysfunctional. As I've gotten older, then I would say family would be the springboard for what your life should look like. And so I don't want my family now to look like my family did when I was younger. I really do owe a lot of who I am to this day to Urban Youth because they have been in my life. So when I first met Bill Hobbs, this was like late 90s. I was actually too young to go and hang out because Bill Hobbs showed up to my house and he wanted to get my older brother. I was very young, like maybe 5, 6, somewhere in that range. So we're talking 20 plus years. For a lot of these kids, they're gonna be not willing to hear from people who aren't willing to go where they at. And so what Urban Youth does is they go where they're at. The consistency, the faithfulness to continue to do day in and day out this process of meeting kids where they're at and giving them new experiences so that their horizons can grow because you're giving them a different perspective. But you're giving them a perspective where they're at. In my immediate family, my mother, my siblings, I'm the only one who owns a home. And so I haven't really had anyone in my immediate family to look up to for this whole process. But now they're looking up to me, and it's really weird because they're all older than me. Ultimately, I wouldn't have this house if I wasn't connected to Urban Youth. The biggest thing, man, is I just want to be present. I want to be present with my boys. I want them to know who their dad is. I want them to know where their dad has come from. And that they don't have to come from that because our home is not dysfunctional. Our home is very functioning because we put Christ in the center of it. And that's the center of our marriage, and that's the center of our family structure.
My name is Chris Tress, and I'm the president and CEO of Urban Youth Impact. I want to thank you all for joining us this evening. Our mission is to love, equip, and empower inner city youth to fulfill their God-given purpose. We just watched a short video of John Lewis. He's known as JJ to me because I've been calling him that since he was a little child. When I watched JJ talk about how he put his children to bed and how he tells them how much he loves them, it reminded me of a book that we read together called Tender Warrior. And the way that JJ loves his wife and his children reminds me that he has become a tender warrior. 1 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 8, Paul says, "For now we really live if you stand firm in the Lord." Paul was saying that his life was worth it if they stood firm in the Lord. And I can honestly say to you that my life is worth it as I watch JJ become the man that God has created him to be. That is our heart at Urban Youth Impact. In fact, because of JJ, we consider this success. That his life is lived out as a tender warrior to his wife, to his family, and also to his community. JJ was so little when he first heard about Urban Youth Impact that he was in diapers and his older brothers were coming to Urban Youth. He actually used to cry because he couldn't come. But once he was out of diapers, he got involved at Urban Youth Impact. And I want to talk to you tonight just about three ways that we've empowered JJ. First of all, we loved him. Without commitment, you cannot have love. And we have been committed to JJ no matter what. He said in the video that he grew up around gangbangers. Understand this, that sometimes we have to encounter and go around gangbangers in order to meet the kids where they are. I remember being at a park one time and a mom coming up to me saying, "The only time I feel safe to send my children up to the park in our neighborhood is when Urban Youth Impact is there." And so no matter what, we have a staff that is committed to these children like we were committed to JJ, that we're going to go to be with him where he's at because we love him, and love is committed. The second way that we've really poured into JJ is we've equipped him. Well, how did we do that? JJ was involved in our after-school program. He was involved in the summer camps that we sent him to Missouri. He was involved in our youth groups, was in my mentoring group, and he was also in my wedding as an attendant. We took him on mission trips, leadership conferences, and I was even there the day he walked across the stage at Forest Hill High School to receive his high school diploma. Urban Youth Impact came alongside of JJ to equip him to be the man that he is today. And finally, we empowered him. I remember helping JJ get his first job at E.R. Bradley's. And driving him to work the first day, I reminded him of what I taught him. JJ, there's 4 things that you have to do to be successful at any job. Number 1, be on time. Be on time. Number 2, do what you're told. Number 3, have a good attitude. And number 4, work harder than anyone else. If you do these 4 things, JJ, you will be successful no matter what job you have. It was a huge honor as well to sit with JJ and Cassie as Colleen and I, Colleen's my wife, we walked them through marriage counseling together. We talked about what marriage is and what it would take as we did their pre-marriage counseling together. And also, we talked about boundaries, physical boundaries, as it was JJ and Cassie's goal to remain pure until their wedding night. And so we held them accountable every time we met with them. And guess what? They made it to their wedding night, and I'm so proud of them. Was also with JJ as we walked him through the process of purchasing his own home. And so he became the first homeowner in his entire family. And he just didn't buy a home anywhere, but he bought a home in the Tamron Avenue community because he wanted to be an example. He wanted to be a leader. He wanted to be someone that modeled what a leader is and what a real man is as he lives in the community that he grew up in. And right now, JJ serves full-time working with youth. That's his job. And so he works with youth, doing the very thing that we did to him. And so here's what I want you guys to do this evening. First of all, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. Many of you have been personally supporting me over the past 20 years as I've worked with young people like JJ. But also you've supported Urban Youth Impact and you've been thankful. So listen, JJ is your success story. The second thing that I want to say is this, is that we want to reach more JJs. I've been asked by people, hey, how are you doing this with COVID-19? And see, here's the thing. No matter what comes our way, you can't stop love. We have relationships with these children, and COVID-19 is not going to stop us because it's not just a program. We consider these children to be part of the Urban Youth Impact family. And so this COVID-19 can't stop us. And you know what? Every year there's kids that are on a waiting list to get into Urban Youth Impact. So tonight I'm asking you to give generously tonight. I'm asking you tonight, if you write a check, that you're going to put in that memo. This is for more JJs. We want to partner alongside of you, Urban Youth Impact, to reach the next generation of leaders. We're going to reach JJs, and we're going to jump in. We're going to write checks because we want to be a part of what God is doing. So thank you so much for your time. May God bless you, and please enjoy the rest of this evening. Have a good night.